The next episode, which I consider to be one of the worst, begins with how Zuko acts like a crybaby. In the original, he behaved more restrained. This episode was stretched for 15 minutes. You know why? Because they really wanted to show us Kyoshi more. Give her some more time. The creators probably thought, we must fit 20 episodes into 8. Let's stretch one episode for 15 minutes! And I would call this episode
Times Change.
If in 2005 the creators of the original didn't try to please every Twitter moron, in here they tried very hard to please the female part of the audience and made the female characters unreasonably strong. And let's talk a little more about Sokka, who is not sexist at the beginning of the series. But let's go in order.
Let's do this.
Team Avatar are going to Kyoshi Island, and in the bag they find Momo. My little cute Momo. It doesn't look bad, but rarely will be on screen. And at the same time they find waterbending scroll. And that means we won't see a series about pirates. Yep. They probably said, suck on this, Zutara fans. Zuko will not save Katara from the pirates.
I'll save you from the pirates.
Sokka at first doesn't want to fly to Kyoshi Island, then for no reason changes his mind, and before leaving Aang buries the skeleton of Mount Gyatso. Yeah, he probably doesn't care about the rest of the corpses, and he also doesn't care about Momo, my cute little Momo, who catches up with Aang and asks to be his pet.
You wanna join us, Mama?
You, me, and Appa. We're all that's left of this place. We have to stick together.
In the original, Aang treasured his culture, his tribe, and everything connected with them, his past. He would never leave Momo behind, but in here he probably doesn't care about it.
Momo?
Yeah, he looks like a Momo, doesn't he?
They finally got to Kyoshi Island. By the way, I forgot to mention that in the original, Aang went to Kyoshi Island to have fun, recover from the horror he saw in the Air Temple, to escape responsibility. And in this shit, Aang arrived to the island because Kyoshi kinda was master of the Avatar state.
Avatar Kyoshi was the fiercest of warriors and a master of what they call the Avatar state.
You got that? Spiritually, he should be closer to previous Avatar, to Avatar Roku, but for no reason he goes to Kyoshi Island. Probably because she is a woman. And I'm sure if Roku were a woman, then in this adaptation the authors would send him to Roku's temple, which is located far away and on the territory of the Fire Nation. They get to the island, get caught by Kyoshi warriors. Katara says that Aang is the Avatar.
You're making a mistake. He's the Avatar.
Ridiculous. There would have been signs if he was the Avatar.
But Suki doesn't believe, even if Aang uses airbending. They probably have a lot of airbenders on the island, huh? I don't know what sign will convince her that he's the Avatar, but still, she asks for a sign. And then from the eye of the statue of Avatar Kyoshi, beams come out and hit Aang. Oh, how convenient. They enter the village. If in the original they had a man in charge, but here they made a woman in charge.
Times change.
Who has 2 male assistants.
He's the Avatar.
According to you, and a few reflections of a statue.
What does this woman need to prove that he is the Avatar, enter the Avatar state and destroy the island? In the original they welcomed Avatar with love, treated him, and were ready to sacrifice themselves if it is necessary. And these people are so intimidated that they are ready to stay away from problems at any cost. I understand that there is a war going on, but your island is named after one of the avatars. And you carry the culture and traditions that Kyoshi left behind. Anyway, Suki convinces her mother to let the avatars stay on island, but she only gave them 48 hours. Meanwhile, Zuko and Iroh go to Commander Zhao's headquarters. As opposed to the original, Zuko and Iroh do not know who Zhao is. Zhao asks around Zuko's crew, and after learning that the Avatar has returned, he goes to Kyoshi Island. By the way, there will be no epic Agni Kai between Zuko and Zhao. Why? We made Sokka not sexist. Aang is not fun-loving kid anymore. Katara is married too, and not like older sister or mom. And also we don't need Agni Kai. Ooh, fuck. No wonder Mike and Brian quit this shit. Then some bullshit happens to Sokka. Because he is no longer a sexist, he becomes a mumble rapper next to Suki.
What? I'm not. I mean, I am. I may not physically be there. My jokes are way funnier than this.
Fuck, it hurts me to even look at this. I'm sorry, Sokka, for what they've done to you. The next morning, Suki calls Sokka for breakfast and watches his naked torso. And she has such a look that it's like she hasn't seen men
For 10,000 years.
Now imagine what would happen on Twitter if Sokka were watching Suki like that. But no, he can't do that. But Suki can, because she's a girl, and a girl can do whatever the hell she wants. Meanwhile, Katara is learning waterbending, but doesn't teach Aang. He doesn't think about learning waterbending at all. Maybe the creators decided that he is no longer the Avatar? Anyway, Katara is very quick to learn waterbending, and I mean she's really quick to learn it. Remember the good old days in the original, when she even had difficulty learning with a waterbending scroll? And because of this, we loved and believed that she was trying and gradually becoming the best waterbender. Well, forget that! She gets it right the first time. Suki keeps molesting on Sokka as he trains and humiliates him as much as possible. Dang! What was that? Hey, Toph! I don't want to upset you again, but I think you're not the first metal bender.
What?
Yep, it's Suki. By the way, the fight scene could have been made more convincing and better. Otherwise, I don't really believe that Sokka easily lost to the girl. Look, I'm not sexist, okay? But look at this! You know, it looks like a fight between Aang and Prince Zuko in a movie that doesn't exist. Look at them. You don't believe Zuko really hurts getting those punches from 12-year-old kid? Aang enters the spirit world, next to the statue of Kyoshi. Yes, in this shit, Aang can enter the spirit world only next to the temples of previous avatars. And the spirit world looks probably worse than the spirit world of Shyamalan. And he starts asking for advice from the avatar Kyoshi. Oh, and also Aang can see the future. Yep, it's just for the record. Zhao attacks the village and Suki's mom becomes a human bender. I think she's Shinfu's wife. Meanwhile, Zuko goes to the temple of Avatar Kyoshi, and she attacks Katara, and he also does this.
Wait!
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? This is not Zuko. He never behaved like that. Did not attack the weak, much less finish off who's lying down. He didn't even finish off Zhao in Agni Kai when he was lying down. And you think he'll attack lying fragile girl? Hell no! Thank you, Netflix. Avatar Kyoshi controls the Avatar state and kicks the ass of everyone who arrived to the island. In the original, Aang did the same without Avatar state. And this scene with Kyoshi is here only because they wanted to show us more Kyoshi. Dang, as if there wasn't enough of it. Team Avatar leaves the island. Wait, I don't even want to call them Team Avatar. There's only Aang and two companions who I don't even know what they do. They're just there. And they go to the North Pole.
We need to get to the Northern Water Tribe because something terrible is going to happen there.
Just for the record, they've decided to go there just now. No, of course not to teach Aang waterbending. No. And not to find a teacher for Katara, as she always dreamed in the original. She's a girl. She can learn it by herself without any teachers. Who do you think she is? A man? Till the next series.